A few hundred years ago, there was a man. He had everything. If you walk through these doors right now, the room that I sit in, the guys would want to be him, and the women would want to be with him. You see, he had everything, the tangible and the intangible assets that most of us aspire to have. Yet the one thing that he wanted more than anything, that he never got a chance to get, was real estate. Many of you have something that you want to accomplish in life more than anything. You've got the ability, you may have the connections, but you haven't actually physically acquired that specific thing. You see, this man had an opportunity. He got invited by the king that was going to show him exactly how to acquire real estate. But here's the thing, not just real estate. It was going to be the most abundant real estate in all of the land. Excited, he accepts that opportunity. Yet sometimes we ask, seek, knock, the door is open, and we complain about the noise. This guy had a vision, he made a decision, and then he took action. And the difference between anybody that has success and those they don't take action, make a decision on their vision. This man took off and he had a journey to go meet the king because the king was going to educate him and teach him how to acquire the one thing he wanted more than anything in the entire world. And as he goes on this journey, he has to figure out his way across, sometimes not knowing the exact route to get there. You see, we have a destination, but we don't always know the exact route to take. A coach, a mentor can tell you exactly what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, and they can guide you along the journey to make the pain in accomplishing that goal less. You see, this guy gets more and more excited as he's reaching his goal, as he's getting closer to the king that's going to open up the doors to get that real estate. And as he goes up and he sees this magnificent edifice, this castle that just overwhelms him, his emotions start to flood, and he realizes he's getting closer to his dream, one step after the next. And as the kingsmen come out and they open up these amazing doors, they escort him down to a corridor. Amazing pictures on the wall, just everything is so elegant. And he gets more and more excited. And as they escort him down, they open up the door again to one more room. It was the dining table, 60 feet long. The king was all the way at the other end. You could barely see him trying to figure out the guy that was going to help him get the one thing he wanted more than anything. And as he's walking down, he sits next to the man, and the king says, "I'm very familiar with who you are. I know we haven't met. I'm sure you know me and I know you. I know that you've got all the ability in the world, you've got the things, you've got what everybody else wants, yet I know the one thing you don't have is the one thing that I have more of than I can even imagine. Real estate. Tomorrow I'm going to send you on a journey. There's going to be an opportunity for you to go acquire the land. And here's the deal. It's not just going to be any land. It's going to be my land. I'm physically going to give it to you as a gift." The guy gets more and more excited. Many of you are after something and you have the opportunity to go do it, but you're holding yourself back from actually saying yes. This guy said, no, I'm different. I've got a vision. I make a decision, and I take action. I'm going to go after this. Now remember, he was exhausted already by the time he got there. Now he's got to go on a whole other journey. And some of you may be in that situation as well right now, where you've been running, and you're about to give up. This guy says, I don't care. This is my one chance to get everything that I want. The king says, as the sun rises tomorrow morning, you're going to go off on a journey, and everything you can physically touch with your 2 feet will be yours. So the guy wakes up. As soon as the sun rises, he takes off, and he starts running, and he's running, and he's running. And eventually he realizes, oh my gosh, I'm so far away from the castle, I've got to get back there, because what he remembers is that the king said, none of it will be yours unless you get across the finish line by the time the sun sets. Now he's got the vision, he's made a decision, he's taking action, but there's a timeline. He's got to accomplish something before it's got an opportunity to escape him. So he picks up his pace, realizing that he's got to cover the same amount of ground that he went after. Now he's got to turn around and go do the same thing. Yet the problem is he's more and more exhausted, exasperated, and tired. The average person would give up. They would just walk back and say, it's not a big deal. This guy was different. He aspired to have it. The door opened, and he said yes. And as he's getting closer, he comes over the last hill. He can see the finish line, yet the sun is going faster than he can physically run. And as he's about 10 feet, he starts to get very sluggish and tired, but he knows that he's got to get there. And as he gets to his dream, right before him, he dives, lands, and 3 inches short of that finish line as the sun sets below the horizon. Exasperated, exhausted, completely tired. He passes out right there and actually perishes 3 inches in front of his goal. Again, the Kingsmen come out, and this time instead of welcoming him, they cut a 6-foot by 3-foot hole in the ground. And they bury him right there. Now, the one thing that he wanted more than anything was real estate, yet at the end of his life, how much did he really need? 6 feet by 3 feet. You see, my name is Lane Etheridge. I'm the founder of Changing Lanes International, and my whole thing is to help you make a slight shift in what you do to accelerate your dreams and take your life into overdrive. And together I know that we can do that, but the problem becomes, how do you do it in a way that you don't have to kill yourself along the journey? You see, a GPS is designed specifically to help you get where you want to go as quickly as you can do it, and it offers different solutions for you to be able to do that. It's the people we surround ourselves with, it's the things that we accomplish, the things we don't accomplish, the opportunities that we have. I believe that when you ask, seek, the door will be open as long as you continue to knock and do the right things. Together we can do that. Surround yourself with the right people. Have a vision that will pull you towards your dreams. Make that decision, but then take massive action. Surrounding yourself with people that can help you get there faster than you would imagine. Baby, it's the time for a lane change. Make that slight shift. Take your life in overdrive. It's time to accelerate your dreams.